Someone once in New York followed me and said, "You've been in everything." So I've been in maybe too much, but I've been in a lot of things. But I've been acting since, since school. I was acting actually at San Francisco State before I actually entered San Francisco State.
At SF State, I discovered that I could compete at the highest level with people from anywhere.
I discovered a sense of myself.
I really feel that San Francisco State pointed me in the direction I went in life.
I came here to elevate my self-esteem, to educate myself with a liberal education, and I was exposed to a lot of things.
I could not be as successful as I am here today.
I wouldn't have had the doors opened to me to given me the opportunity to fulfill my ambitions and my goals.
If I hadn't gone to San Francisco State University, I believe that I would not have the grist or the experience of the grist of struggle.
If I hadn't gone to San Francisco State, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today.
Going here was really one of the most remarkable and best experiences of my life.
The best part of my San Francisco State experience were the other students. I love the students who were here at the daytime, but the evening students who were working a full-time job and coming back to advance their degree, they were the most stimulating. They were the most interesting to me, working so hard and really trying to improve themselves.
I always felt that no matter what I took, I could use it at some other place, at some other time, and no matter what the course subject was.
I came through at a great time at this university when some real icons in television production were working here, and I had the benefit of their instruction.
There was a real partnership. There was an openness. The tools were clearly here.
I think the best part of my San Francisco State experience in the broadcasting department was really having hands-on experience doing what people really do in the industry.
I think I had a better experience. I had a better, because I was very focused. I knew what I wanted. Professors were there to help you as much as you needed help.
San Francisco State just offered me a lot of independence, and it allowed me to sort of have something else that I was doing with my life besides just training.
The best thing is that we were able to put it into practice. We were able to do, they would take theory and they would put it into practice.
As I moved through my 2 years here at San Francisco State, I developed a lot of confidence. Confidence in knowing what I wanted to do and being able to find the exact direction I needed to go to get there.
I think from my first day to my last day, I just became a very much more focused person and disciplined person. And really motivated.
As I was here at San Francisco State, I came to understand other people and their points of view.
I was more mature, I was more persistent, and I knew how to apply critical thinking. And I know how to utilize the education that I received from San Francisco State University.
The environment was, for me, exciting because I was interested in learning, and the professors loved students like me. And so I got more than I really bargained for. I mean, it was terrific for me, terrific.
I came to San Francisco State University because I wanted to have, to experiment with my writing more, and I wanted to have the richness of what I had heard was available here in terms of the faculty.
My instructor was Dr. Axelrod. I never got to know him well, but I loved the way he presented the subject, and we read lots of books, and there were lots of aha moments there.
At SF State, I discovered discipline, and I discovered that you really can do anything you want to do if you just work hard for it.
I was able to do every thing that I set out to do because I'd had this wonderful education.
I had a lot of evolution. I came into San Francisco State not knowing exactly where I wanted to go, what I wanted to be, and at the end, I was really pointed in the direction that I needed to go.
What I learned, especially in my my last year, is working on my physics master's thesis, was that I could compete at the highest level on problems for which there was no answer, for which you were right there at the edge of knowledge, pushing back, so to speak. And it was a real thrill for me, especially then, to have that opportunity.
I learned the value of meeting deadlines there, which I think is very important. You know, if something had to be done, it had to be done.
It's discipline. I mean, you have to be organized enough. I mean, you can't cram through life. You can't not prepare. You have to prepare. You have to focus.
It taught me a discipline that would serve me for the rest of my career.
Silence gets you nowhere. Silence is suicide. And I have taken that lesson throughout my work at Glide.
We had the best and the brightest teach the first class, as well as graduate. They mixed it up. So if you were a young student, you got it.
When I started here, I was very unsure what my career choice should be. I came out of my time at San Francisco State really knowing what I needed to do to find the kind of career that would mean something to me.
I study nearby stars that are very much like the sun. I use a technique that I helped invent while I was a student here at San Francisco State.
But I find if you're going to be an artist, you have to inspire and re-inspire yourself on a constant basis. And they gave me all the tools to do that.